On this issue, through thick and thin, Tariq has been on the side of the Palestinian people. Tariq!
Friends, brothers and sisters, we do not now need, and nor should the world, to wait for another disaster. If you think about it, every time there is a disaster, there is a little action. But how long do we need to carry on waiting? And I think that this assault on non-violent protesters taking humanitarian aid to Gaza should be the last straw for large numbers of people. And I would say the following to the Turkish government: you have been strong in words. You have said what has not been said before by any NATO country. But go one step further and break off all diplomatic and trade relations with Israel. It's not enough to say we will not have military maneuvers with them. You should never have been having military maneuvers with them. It's not enough to say we will withdraw our ambassadors. Your ambassador should never have been there as long as the Palestinian people were oppressed. And the same message goes to the regime of Hosni Mubarak in Egypt. And we say to Hosni Mubarak and the people who surround him, $2 billion worth of American aid each year to do their bidding is blood money. It's money you should reject, and if you reject that one money, you might win some self-respect and some respect from your own people. That the Egyptian regime has opened the frontier is good, but it should go beyond that. It should break down the walls it is building. It should open the frontier permanently, and it should break off all relations with Israel. And I will go further. Those within the Palestinian liberation movement who thought that they could get a deal with the Israelis by going on their knees, now it is time to learn that is not possible. The Israelis will never give you a deal. The only way forward is through mass solidarity, is through uniting all the Palestinian people for a just settlement, and I say just settlement, in Palestine. And lastly, as we have been watching, have you been listening to the politicians in Washington? Have you been listening to Joseph Biden, the Vice President, defending the Israelis? Have you been listening to the mealy-mouthed words used by Obama? Why do they do it? It is not in the interest of the United States. They do it for money. They are very upset because this has happened too close to the midterm elections in the United States. And for those midterm elections in the United States, they needed the support of AIPAC and the Israeli lobby to support them politically and help fund their campaigns. And because of that, they remain quiet or defend the Israelis. And I appeal from here, outside 10 Downing Street, to brothers and sisters in the United States of America, all American citizens, don't let your government carry on like this. It is not in your interest. It is not in the interest of the Palestinians, and nor is it in the interest of Israel. And one last word to the new occupant of number 10 Downing Street, David Cameron. You have said the siege should end. Good. We agree with you on that. The siege should end now. But that is not enough. Isn't it strange, Mr. Cameron, that your NATO partner Turkey, its citizens are killed on the high seas and you do nothing? Nothing. So at the very least, we want not just an end to the siege, but that you should ask the representatives of the Israelis who defend these actions to leave this country.